I can't believe what I just saw, and that is Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears destroyed the Dallas Cowboys on national TV. Yes, you heard that right. It wasn't a dream. It actually happened. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. Here to talk about this game between the Bears and the Cowboys, which, of course, like I just mentioned, the Bears came out victorious 31-24. So I have a lot to get to, okay? And before I do so, if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and please hit that subscribe button, guys. I would really appreciate it if you guys do so, man. I try to provide a lot of content for you guys every single week, new videos out. So go ahead and do so. And to be notified, make sure to click the bell icon so that you get a notification every time I drop a new video. Because like I said, I do so a lot. And finally, guys, make sure to follow me on my social media, guys. Links down below and on the screen for my Twitter, my Instagram. Very active on there. Live tweet during Bears games, other events, just my thoughts, opinions, and best place to ask me questions and whatnot. So go ahead and follow me on there. With that being said, like I just mentioned, I have a lot to get to, folks. There is a huge list of items I'm about to get to, so I have a lot to talk about. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. So if you guys have watched my videos before and have known the type of guy I am, I don't like to get too high with the highs or too low with the lows. You know, I try to stay even, and it helps, you know, make the analysis better, because that is obviously what I try to provide to you guys, because I don't like to let emotion get in the way of things. But boy, is it hard today to contain the emotion. You guys can obviously see it. Not that I don't bring energy every single video, but point being is it's just different this time around, because this game was literally everything that I wanted, okay? For the longest time, I had been calling for what? Mitchell Trubisky to play well. Well, he played well. For the Bears to play well on national TV. It was national TV. For Mitchell Trubisky to show up on national TV, that happened as well. And for it to happen against the most popular team in the NFL by far, folks. As much as we want to rag on and hate on the Cowboys, we know how popular they are, folks. They are not the best team, certainly not, but they are the most popular and certainly polarizing team in the NFL. So for the Bears, and specifically Mitch Trubisky, to play well, but not only just play well, play really well and destroy the Cowboys on national TV. I mean, this is how you change things. This is how you change narratives. When the entire world is watching, what is it that you do? What is it that your team does, your quarterback, your players? What do you guys do when the spotlight is the biggest? Okay? And that's why this game was so important, because here's the thing. The Bears moved to 7-6. It obviously keeps us in the playoff hunt, which I will get to and talk about in more depth. But it's not like, we guaranteed anything, okay? The Bears still are a long shot to get to the postseason. But again, baby steps, right? We're talking about building blocks here. And believe you me, this was a huge step in the progression for Mitch Trubisky and the Chicago Bears in general. So with that being said, let's get started and talk about this game. But actually, before I even do that, let's get some quick housekeeping items out of the way. Okay, Roquan Smith got hurt in this game. I hope he's okay. Juwan Wims got hurt in this game on the touchdown attempt or throw by Mitchell Trubisky. I hope he is okay as well. And David Montgomery actually got banged up at the end of the game. He wasn't able to finish the game out, so I hope he's well as well. And again, great win, but it seems like it cost us a little bit for sure in terms of injury. So I hope all of those guys are okay and they recover because we need them absolutely. And we are going to get a couple of guys back. I think Akeem Hicks is going to be coming back week 15. So that next week against the Green Bay Packers, which I'll also talk about a little bit. So just wanted to get those housekeeping items out of the way. With that being said, now let's talk about the performance of one Mitchell Trubisky. You guys know I have to start with Mitch. I absolutely have to. Nobody had a better game today than number 10, Mitchell Trubisky, and the national media is going to have to talk about him the next day. And I love it. So with that being said, let's start with the bad. Okay, let's just start with the bad. And here's the thing. Obviously did not see too much bad at all. Barely any. There's really one bad main thing. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, and that's the first interception, or the only interception. That was the only thing where it happened very early on, and I just looked at, my TV, and I'm like, what was that, Mitch? And again, he has one of these throws every game, one of these interceptions, and maybe this is what happens. Mitch has to throw in one interception, and then he all of a sudden catches fire, because it seems to happen. Okay, but yeah, he was a late on the throw. I don't even know who he was looking for. The closest guy, I think, was Anthony Miller in the back of the end zone. So it didn't really make sense where Mitch was throwing the ball. And of course, I forgot the DB for the Cowboys who caught the ball, and he did a great job of keeping his feet in, because initially the refs had ruled that out of bounds, no interception, but it ended up being an interception. So that obviously was not good. Mitch's one big glaring mistake of the game. So got that out of the way. Now let's talk about the good. And you know what? We've got the numbers right here for you guys, okay? And obviously the 23 for 31, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, the one I just mentioned, is what everyone is going to talk about. And for the most part, nothing wrong with that. They should. But what I want to focus on is right here. The 10 rushes for 62 yards and a touchdown. So Mitch Trubisky was second on the Bears in terms of rushing yardage, behind our running back, David Montgomery, who had 20 carries for 85 yards. And here's the thing. Mitch Trubisky is a different quarterback when he runs. Today, Mitch Trubisky looked like the Mitch Trubisky of 2018. Okay? Where the hell has this been all year? Okay? The main difference between this season and last season, okay? 2 things. The Bears' schedule got harder, and Mitch Trubisky stopped running, okay? The Bears' schedule getting harder, obviously you can't do anything about it. You got to play who you can play. So you weren't going to do as well as you did last year, which is why I had predicted initially, the Bears to have a worse record than they did last year. But just the fact that Mitch Trubisky had so much success last year, and this year he just stopped running, made absolutely no sense to me, folks. The better part of this entire season, Mitch was relegated to the pocket. He would never roll out, no bootlegs, no read options, folks. There was multiple read options today where Mitch, faked the handoff and kept it and ran. Oh my goodness, I think the touchdown run came from a read option, okay? Where was that all season? I've been waiting for that. And here's the thing. I'm going to talk about Matt Nagy a lot in a good way. But I'm telling you right now, the Bears are 7-6. We easily, if we had let Mitch run, easily could have had two more wins. I'm convinced, folks. 2 or 3 more wins. We certainly could have beat the Chargers. We lost to them by 1. And the Rams game, I think we could have beat them too. Okay, there's 2 right there. But point being is, absolutely. And it just felt like this game, like we just took the lock off Mitch and said, okay, here, you're free. You can do whatever you want. You can run. And Mitch started running. And it's like, first he looked so scared. He looked like a bird, when a mother bird tries to free the kids, and it's like, okay, you got to learn how to fly. And Mitch is like, oh, I can run now. I can run. Oh, okay, let me run. And there's nobody within 15 yards of me. Let me pick up the first down. So where the heck has this been all season long, folks? I've been clamoring for this, and you know how many comments, DMs, and messages I get from people talking about, Fiz, why is Mitch so trash? Last year was a fluke. And here's the thing, folks. Last year, you can call it what you want. I keep bringing up the fact that he made the Pro Bowl last year, and people want to say he made it as an alternate. True, I get it. But the fact is, last year, he had a good season because of the rushing. I've never said Mitchell Trubisky's an elite pocket passer. Those words have never come out of my mouth. But that is what people think. And that is what the Bears had tried to make Mitch Trubisky, okay? When you just make him a pocket passer, you are not utilizing Mitchell Trubisky correctly. You're actually not utilizing him at all, because his strength is with his legs, folks. And a perfect example, literally the perfect example of this, is at the end of the game, the 3rd and 9, and the Bears have to convert here. They're up, but at the same time, we want to milk the clock. And the Cowboys defense was playing pretty well. The offense had just scored. This is pretty much to ice the game. Mitch Trubisky on 39, what does he do? Ball gets snapped. He checks his reads, and then he starts running, and then he throws a pass to, I believe it was either J.P. Holtz or Jesper Horsted, one of the tight ends, and he throws it to him, and he picks up and the tight end picks up the first down. That is the epitome of running Mitchell Trubisky. He's just a different quarterback, folks. It doesn't even look like the same guy. If I showed you Mitch Trubisky without running, Mitch Trubisky with running, it's not the same guy. Like, again, there was a lot of, Lamar Trubisky comments and messages on Twitter and tweets. And people wanted to say, oh, Mitch Trubisky is, playing like Lamar Jackson against the Cowboys. Folks, what is Lamar Jackson without the running? I mean, I'm sorry. Is he the same quarterback to you? He's not to me. What makes Lamar Jackson special? The running. So my point is just that the Bears have just been not utilizing Mitch Trubisky all season long, and to not use his legs, it was borderline criminal for it to take this long for Mitch to use his damn legs. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, do you know Mitch also threw 3 touchdowns? Oh yeah, that also happened as well, right? No, point being is I just wanted to highlight the rushing because of how important it is for Mitch Trubisky, and I'm telling you, he's just a different quarterback. So love the touchdown run. That was fantastic. The 3 passing touchdowns, let's quickly talk about them. 2 of them, darts to Allen Robinson. Is any wide receiver more important to his offense than Allen Robinson? I mean, I posed this question on Twitter. By the way, follow me on there. I don't think so. Because to me, listen, Allen Robinson, folks, the second this season is over, I want Ryan Pace to go to Allen Robinson's house, stand on his front door, ring the bell, call him, whatever you got to do. And the second he opens the door, I want a contract extension in his hands. Right there. I want one. Because Allen Robinson is the best player on this Bears team. Yes, that includes Khalil Mack. And I'm talking about in terms of play this season. Allen Robinson has been the Bears' best and most consistent player this entire season. There's been times Khalil Mack has not shown up, okay? And Khalil Mack is fantastic. Had a great tackle on Dak Prescott today that stopped a first down, by the way. Just want to call that out. The point being is Allen Robinson has been so good this entire season. I don't think there is a receiver more important to his offense. I mean, you can line him out wide and he can beat you deep. You can put him in the slot and he can catch passes there. You can throw screens to him. What can Allen Robinson do? Big, strong, fast, agile, just everything you want. Re-sign this man to a contract extension. Mitchell Trubisky loves him, and he's a great fit for the Bears. So I just want to call out the Allen Robinson love needs to be there. He's the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL to me, bar none. But yeah, the 2 throws that were darts to A-Rob. The second one, people thought the DB picked it off, but literally, go watch the second touchdown to Allen Robinson. Mitch literally fit it in that tight window, folks. There were 2 throws in this game, man, where it was literally like needle, like, the thread through the needle. Literally, those throws were the Allen Robinson touchdown and the other one between 2 DBs to Anthony Miller. That one was a dangerous throw, but oh, man, talk about a heat-seeking missile, folks. Just right there. Mitch was throwing darts in this game, so phenomenal throws. And the third one was a screen pass to Anthony Miller, I believe, for the touchdown. But more importantly to me, the biggest thing was the rushing, because this is Mitch's 4th 3-touchdown game of the season. So we've seen the 3 touchdown games. We had not seen the rushing. So that to me was still more important in this game. And now let me talk and give some credit where credit deserves. I want to give a shout out. This is really awkward, me just clapping by myself. But I want to give a shout out to Matt Nagy. Phenomenal play calling. Phenomenal, outstanding. This is the Matt Nagy we saw last year. This is the Matt Nagy we hired. This is the Matt Nagy who won Coach of the Year for a reason. Just a great balance of run, pass. He got his cute stuff in there. He had a wildcat. He had a sneak. He had a bunch of screen passes. I didn't mind it because for the most part the game was called beautifully. A couple of 3rd and longs, and you had Mitch running out and the receivers wide open. Phenomenal play calling. This is what I had been calling all year long from Matt Nagy. David Montgomery fumbles the ball, and Matt Nagy doesn't go away from him. I love it. I love it. So great balance of run and pass. 20 carries for David Montgomery. Mitch Trubisky throws the ball 31 times. Folks, what else do you want? That's the best balance. That's it right there. That's all we've been clamoring for. Actually, it's 31-30 because Mitch rushed the ball 10 times. But great balance between run and pass. And literally, this was the best game. This was the best game Matt Nagy called all season long by far. Okay? So I had been clamoring and criticizing him all year because I wanted him to improve, obviously. And he learned from his mistakes. And he had a great game. And again, the signature moment, just like for Mitch, there was a signature moment. The signature moment in this game that told me, oh yeah, Matt Nagy's back. 3rd and short, Mitch Trubisky QB sneak, folks. That's it. That's all we were looking for. No, none of that cute. Oh, let's pitch it to the left, shorthand side of the field, or let's a pass on 3rd and short. Nope. He said, no, Mitch, you're sneaking this. And you're going for it. And we got it. So there you have it. So much deserved to Matt Nagy. Beautiful play calling. All right. So we talked about Mitch, obviously, Matt Nagy, Allen Robinson. Now I want to get to real quickly the tight ends. J.P. Holtz and Jesper Horsted. Okay, listen, folks. J.P. Holtz and Jesper Horsted did more in one game than Adam Shaheen has done in his entire Bears career. I don't want to see Adam Shaheen ever again. He's a bust of a tight end. Ryan Pace, you screwed up. That's fine. Every GM does it. Just take your L and move on. But my God, just want to give a shout out to these guys for being able to just step up and come through. J.P. Holtz started that game on fire. 3 catches for 56 yards. And then Jesper Horsted, 4 catches for 36 yards. We know he had the touchdown reception on Thanksgiving. So phenomenal contributions by them, and this should tell you this is the end of Adam Shaheen in Chicago. I don't ever want to see him again, and Trey Burton can go for all I care as well. Again, when you're on the play, when you're on the field, you got to produce, and that's what these guys did. So happy with that. Real quickly, David Montgomery. Again, I love the rushing. Keep feeding him the football. He's a bowling ball. He's hard to tackle. The one fumble, I'm not even worried. It happens to everybody, folks. And like I said, the best part about it, Matt Nagy didn't go away from him. So I loved that. Okay, so for the most part, the other thing I also want to talk about is Jawan Wims. Okay, even though he got hurt, those 2 attempts we had to the end zone where he didn't get the ball, he juggled it. That is not possible with Taylor Gabriel. Taylor Gabriel kind of had been holding this offense back. I'm dead serious. He's too short. Mitch needs big-bodied, tall wide receivers a la Allen Robinson, okay? So we need to play Jawan Wims more. And by the way, Riley Ridley sighting, folks. I know you guys saw that and probably thought of me, not really, but still, when Wims went out, Riley Ridley came in. Let's get him some playing time. I don't want these smallish receivers, folks, because Taylor Gabriel drops the ball too much, and you can't lob it up to him like you can do with Wims, okay? So point being is I think he should be a little phased out of the offense. And our 3 wide receiver sets, A-Rob, Miller, and Wims. And if Wims not there, let's get Riley Ridley some playing time. But yeah, for the most part, I absolutely think Taylor Gabriel needs to be kind of phased out. And finally, the Bears defense. Overall, I thought they were okay, nothing great. Actually, they were probably more bad than good in this game. They obviously gave up 24 points. So that is not good. But for the most part, it was more of a bend, not break. Obviously, you didn't like the fact that the game started with a 17-play drive in which the Cowboys scored a touchdown. So I didn't like that at all. But the biggest thing I'm worried about is the Bears' run defense. I sound like a broken record, but the Bears' run defense has been broken since the London game. Since the London game in which Josh Jacobs has ran all over us, the Bears' run defense has not been the same. And Ezekiel Elliott had a great game against us. He had 2 touchdowns. So I'm still worried about this defense. But we do get run stuff for Akeem Hicks back. That is going to be huge next week against the Green Bay Packers. So happy about that. But for the most part, it still seems like we can't have both. When our offense is clicking, our defense is not elite. When our defense is elite, our offense is not clicking. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So hopefully one of these days, everything comes together and we blow out a team like 56-0. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But there you have it, folks, my full thoughts on the Bears versus the Cowboys. Listen, folks, there's a reason I picked this Bears team to win against the Cowboys. By the way, I predicted 27-24 and ended up being 31-24. I'll take it. The Bears decided to score more than 30 points. I won't complain. But the Cowboys, I told you guys, they're fraudulent. They haven't beaten a winning team all season long. All they do is prey on bad teams. And boy, don't you wish the Bears were in the NFC East, because right now we'd be in first place with a 7-6 record. Instead, we're in the toughest division in football, folks. Such is life. What can you do? But listen, Dak Prescott, a lot of empty yardage. Mitchell Trubisky obviously outplayed him. Ezekiel Elliott had a good game. But again, I don't have too much respect for this Cowboys team in the sense of the fact that I think they are fraudulent, okay? But at the same time, I'm still taking this dub over a Cowboys team that, again, is America's team, is the most popular team in the NFL, because, again, people want to talk about, Mitch having a good game against the Lions or the Giants. Well, he, kind of roasted the Cowboys secondary, not even kind of, he did, and they have some big and good corners. They have a solid team, solid defense, okay? So, for the most part, I do think they're fraudulent, but they have talent. That cannot be denied about the Dallas Cowboys. So, there you have it, folks. My full thoughts on the Bears' victory against the Dallas Cowboys. It is going to get interesting from here on out, folks, to close out the season. We got the Packers next, then we got the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football, by the way, and then we close out the year facing off against the Minnesota Vikings, folks. I'm going to have tons of videos for you guys to update you on all this. Make sure to go ahead and stay tuned by subscribing, as always. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe, as always. Thanks for watching.